Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your very first time here. My name is Troy, and in this Anyone Can Invest series, I'm proving that building a passive income is possible for literally anyone. I started this portfolio from $0 to show how small but consistent investments can grow into something real over time. If you're just now tuning in and want to see how this portfolio came to be, I'm going to link episode 1 above me as it lays the foundation for everything you're going to see today. Now, let's jump into this week's update to see the real numbers behind this portfolio. Last episode, we creeped towards yet another all-time high with the portfolio climbing to $2,789.74. That put us up $241.79 overall, or 9.62% since starting this journey from $0. That was a small pullback compared to episode 41, but still trending in the right direction versus where we were earlier this year. Now, let's take a look at what's changed over the past 2 weeks, starting with the latest buys and moves. All of this episode's buys took place on August 22nd of 2025. The goal amount for each holding sits at $215, and as of now, all 12 positions are either right on balance or close enough to count. That officially makes this portfolio 84 weeks old, and it's awesome to see everything looking so well balanced at this stage. Now let's zoom out and check the bigger picture with a portfolio status snapshot. We've hit another milestone this week with a new account balance of $2,966.15, which is an all-time high and has us knocking on the door of that $3,000 mark. As I mentioned earlier, the portfolio is now evenly spread across all 12 holdings, and overall, we're sitting at a record gain of $356.40. That's up 13.85% on the cash we have in the portfolio. I've got some super exciting news to share with you on this next slide, so let's move on to the best and worst performers in this portfolio. Our best performer is still AVGO. No surprises here, sitting at a gain of $151.94, or 70.97%. On the other end, our worst performer remains ODFL, down $28.70, or 13.4%. Something worth pointing out, ODFL is actually the only stock in the red across the entire portfolio. That means HUM has somehow fought its way back into the green. HUM is now up $3.88, or 1.81%. At one point, we had a cost basis of $439.09 on HUM before it completely fell off a cliff. But because of consistent dollar cost averaging, we lowered that basis down to as low as $294.05. Now with the price closing at $299.51, we're not only back in the green, but proving the power of staying consistent. Had we stopped investing, we'd still be over $140 per share away from break even. Instead, we're ahead. And while these positions have been jockeying around for position, one part of the portfolio has only been rising with every episode: the passive income. Since last episode, we've had one dividend payment hit the account, and it's from the portfolio's highest yielder, AbbVie. On August 15th, AbbVie paid us $1.80, which brings the total received from this holding to $6.33. That's 21.28% of the total income in this account so far. We also had a 10% dividend raise from CSL last episode, which is yet another benefit of the stocks chosen for this portfolio. This increase adds even more free passive income just for being patient and staying invested. With AbbVie's payment added in, August 2025's total now sits at $2.22, up 177.5% from August of last year. And that's before adding in the interest payment from the idle cash waiting in the account to close out the month. So far in 2025, the portfolio has generated $22.51 in passive income, which is already 210.9% higher than all of 2024, and we still have the closing weeks of quarter 3 and all of quarter 4 to really pile it on. As this passive income keeps stacking up, every episode brings us closer to that bonus investment. Let's check out the latest progress right here. Big news on the bonus investment front. We've made some serious progress since last episode. The new bonus investment date is now January 9th of 2026, knocking off 28 days from the previous date of February 6th of 2026. To put this into perspective, when I first started tracking this back in episode 30, the projected date was January 22nd of 2027. That means over the course of 13 episodes, we've shaved off a total of 378 days, over a full year's worth of time. It's amazing to see how consistent investing and portfolio growth combine to move the finish line closer faster than expected. And speaking of progress, let's take a look at the passive income that's coming in before the next episode and see how the portfolio continues to generate cash along the way. The next episode you guys will see will be released on September 8th of 2025. Between now and then, we have a few key dates to keep an eye on. For Ex-Dividend dates, we have KNSL on August 29th and ODFL on September 3rd. As for the cash actually going to be hitting the account, we have payments coming from SPAXX as the interest on the cash in the account that'll come in around August 29th, and a dividend from CSL on September 2nd. The rest of September looks to be busy, and we'll cover it in more detail in the next episode, along with the total income received for August to officially close out the month. And that wraps up this update to the Anyone Can Invest portfolio. If you got value or just find this series entertaining, go ahead and tap on that like button, as that puts that in the algorithm of other people that also might enjoy it. Have any questions or suggestions to make the series even better? Drop those in the comments down below, as I personally read and respond to every single comment. And if you're curious how this portfolio fits in with the wife and I's overall goals of an early retirement, you can check out the full portfolio review right here. But until next time, see ya.